Hey everybody, David the AI Guide here. Welcome to another episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to do a little potpourri, but first, click those links below, get the free resource. The resource will teach you much more about AI than we can do in these short videos. And the other link is for my book on Amazon, The Beginner's Guide to AI, History of AI and Current Impact on 10 Different Industries. It's a quick read, about 2 to 3 hours for the whole book, but will really show you the broad and deep impact that AI is having now. So thanks so much for tuning in, and here we go. So what we're doing today is not strictly AI in subject, but it's a bunch of interesting things. And so I thought, what the heck? Let's break from the usual. So the first is NASA announces unidentified aerial phenomena study team members. So NASA is putting together this commission that's going to study all of the both film evidence. They're going to interview people. They're going to look at stuff captured on the nation's radar systems and stuff, to really sort of sort out what are these unidentified aerial phenomena, as they put it, and see if they can determine whether UFOs are real or not. Interesting that NASA is taking that on. We'll see how that develops and obviously keep you tuned in. So the next thing is autonomous vehicles. We recently did a 2-video update on that, but then there was a further article that came out, and it says we've talked about the 5 levels, now maybe 6, defined by the SAE for autonomy, and how level 2 has been here for a long time. That is backup cameras, lane assist, all that stuff. But level 3 is almost ready. It's in regulatory clearance, and level 3 is mostly self-driving, but the driver has to be ready to intervene at any moment. So this brief article said, in recent years, vast improvements to autonomous vehicle technologies such as radar, LiDAR, HD cameras, and software have propelled robo-taxis to the cusp of market readiness. In fact, in certain scenarios, level 4 autonomy, which means a human does not really have to pay attention while the vehicle is operating, but could intervene, is now commercialized, with Cruise and Baidu introducing initial services in the US and China, respectively. So these are new services above and beyond what we've talked about with autonomous robo-taxis circulating for a while now in Phoenix, Arizona, and more recently in San Francisco. Overall, the report finds autonomous vehicles will become a massively disruptive technology that will grow rapidly at a rate of 47% per year to transform the auto market completely over the next 2 decades. So we've been talking about it here for 2.5 years now. The world is about to change when it comes to over-the-road vehicles. And then another interesting thing, there was a whole video done by John Oliver April 4th of this year, 2022, where John Oliver did an extensive segment on the automation of trucks impacting truckers in the future. Interesting that John Oliver is obviously mainstream media, but not typical mainstream media like regular news outlets like Fox, CBS, NBC, ABC, etc. But everyone is picking up on this now, that truck automation is coming. Then further, we have out of the University of California, Santa Barbara, from earlier this year, where I just was visiting faculty there at the University of California, Santa Barbara, who are on the cutting edge of AI. This group there is presenting a practical and effective method for planetary defense that allows for extremely short mitigation timescales if required. This is in addition to the DART test that just happened. The method involves an array of small hypervelocity kinetic penetrators that will pulverize and disassemble an asteroid or small comet. So it's like DART, but at a bigger scale with a lot more things impacting the asteroid or comet to destroy it. So that's pretty cool. And then finally, this is sort of a breakthrough thing, and this is old news, but I thought it was interesting and conceptually challenging, but very interesting. So a research paper published by researchers at Columbia University in the US and Cambridge University in the UK talked about a space line that would be tethered to the surface of the moon and dangled down into geostationary orbit around the Earth, waiting for astronauts to latch on and ride into the cosmos. The proof of concept paper found that the space line could be constructed out of materials that exist today, raising the possibility of easier space travel and perhaps even orbital settlements. Instead of rocketing all the way out of orbit, astronauts would only need to reach the endpoint of the space line, cutting the cost and challenge of rocket launches. Once it reaches the vacuum of space free of gravity and atmospheric pressure, the spacecraft would meet up with the cable and latch onto a solar-powered shuttle that would climb along its length. This basically would dramatically accelerate the vehicle so that it could leave the Earth-Moon system and travel great distances. Very interesting concept coming out of two prestigious universities. So a lot of thought is being given to new breakthrough waves of space travel, and we're about to see the practical impact of that this week with NASA's latest attempt to launch the Artemis 1 moon rocket, and hopefully shortly thereafter, SpaceX launching their new rocket. So that's the potpourri for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Be sure to click those links and be sure to subscribe, like, and share. And thanks so much. We'll see you soon.